Welcome to our broadcast. A very good morning to each and every one of you. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. How have you guys been keeping? Yeah, how have you guys been keeping? It's Wednesday. Believe it or not, the 23rd day of July already. We got about a month and a half left to go in it, a month and a week. Thereabout, 23rd, 7 days to month 10, and then we got a full month ahead of us. We shouldn't say a full month because some people get little things. We say, we have a long time. We can take the next outreach. We can take the next rally. We can take the next public meeting. But now, folks, find a way to be part of what is happening. We're just happy and delighted that all of you folks can be here with us this morning at home and abroad. How y'all doing, folks, on this Wednesday, the 28th day of July, 2025, as we watch down the barrel to September 1. A lot of hearts going to be broken. Claudine, I owe you a call, girl. And Claudine, I even want to call you. Claudine, I just want to turn up by you. Claudine lives in Kokwani. Their backyard is the Burbis River. Their backyard is the Burbis River. Beautiful. And, Claudine is single and available, I think. You got some blind people in this world, Some blind men in this country. I think Claudine is single. Forgive me. Coral Providence, Lyndon Gill, and all you other folks, Felicia, and the Duquas, and the Simeons, and the Carters. Good morning, Kokwani. How y'all doing? Happy to have all of you on the live today. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, thanks for joining us. Coral and Deborah and all the other folks. Deborah Pearson wants to know, what is in my utensil for drinking? You see, Luan knows more than me. Luan said, Claudine Marriott. See? Yeah. Claudine Marriott. Claudine, look, I put you out there. Look, I put you out there, Claudine. Claudine, look, I put you out. I put you in problems now. I put you in problems now, Claudine. Coretta and Paul and Deborah, Marlene and all you other folks. Marlene says it's the 23rd of July and not the 20th. Did I say the 28th? Sorry, I meant the 23rd if I said the 28th. I'm seeing the thing right in front of me here. 23rd of July. Folks, we're watching down. We're watching long, looking towards 1st of September. I got it right, Marlon? 1st of September. You know, the cup empty this morning, the utensil for drinking. I wish it had some hot substance in it. Sandra Hanover, good to see you on the live. Sandra's enjoying some time away in the diaspora. She's by her sister, you know. She's by her sister. Let me know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Good to have all of you on the live this morning. You know, if folks are calling us, it means they aren't watching us. Because if they're watching us, they know they can't call during the program time. It's not going to work like that. It's just not going to work like that. You can't call during the program time. But good to have all of you on the live this morning. And those of you who are so precocious, you know, to be calling us at this time, gotta be very precocious. Good to have all of you here with us. Nonetheless, wherever you're joining us from, you know, as we begin this morning, I think it was Paul Slow, was it Clinton Conway, who was telling us recently that a lot is wrong in the Guyana Police Force. A lot is wrong there. Let us begin on that note this morning.
Police Commissioner Clinton Conway says that there is a lot wrong with the Guyana Police Force. His comments came during a recent podcast.
There's no police service. There's no police complaints authority. The law said the police complaint authority must supervise. They had no supervision with the last one. I think it's Fortunate, the guy name. They bring in RSS. Do the investigation. The crime chief said that the CID was not involved in the investigation. A person died in the hands of the police, and the CID was not involved in the investigation. I know they improve ballistics because the ballistic men come under the CID.
The unfortunate, a father of 4, was shot and killed during a protest at Linden at the time when the community was responding to the killing of a resident by a police sergeant.
There's no police service commission, and the police service commission is responsible for appointment to deal with discipline procedure and removal of from office. No police service commission. 3 years ago, they knew that the police service commission term would have come to end in May this year. Nothing. They gone out. And no police service commission.
Conway said that this is happening at the same time President Irfan Ali is talking about accountability and the need for evaluation of police operations. He said that Linden, once a quiet community, is becoming a hot spot. West Demerara is the same. Retired Assistant Police Commissioner Paul Slow offered this insight.
Stanley Tongue, West Bank, Demerara. The police confronted man informed that he was wanted at the station. There's a man who they claim, you remember the story? Police confronted the man, said he wanted the station, and then the man is alleged to have run away. They fire wrong at the man disappeared for like about 2 days. We didn't hear nothing about that. Then when people thought maybe the worst had happened, the man turned up, he was taken to the police station. I think he was sent away on bail. We ain't hearing anything further about that.
He said there was the Adriana Young case. At La Parfaite Harmony, a police vehicle chased after someone and killed a pedestrian.
Right? Then you got a police rank, shoot yourself. I understand he underwent surgery and so on. Hope he has recovered on the road to full recovery. A lot of fatal accidents. West Demerara we talking about. Let me say this. Back in the day, I mean, the demographics and things would change. But back in the day, as a young officer, that was the first division I went to when I left TSU. And quiet and nice division to work.
He said that there were other serious reports of police infractions.
We got a report, if you remember, a sergeant was alleged to be leading a housebreaking gang. Then you had not so long ago, ranks at the mall, somewhere beating a man. All those things were captured on video. Nothing happened. For a small division like West Demerara, we used to call it D division then. For all of these incidents to be occurring, something must be wrong.
Something must be wrong. Yep. Former top cop there, a former assistant commissioner of police, Paul Slow, laying it out for us there. Something must be wrong, Nothing's irregular, folks. Nothing's not regular. Some of the things we're following this morning in this topsy-turvy political season that is upon us, folks. Topsy-turvy political season that we're watching at. A lot of strange stuff happening. Good to have all of you on the live this morning. Folks, we are delighted and pleased to have all of you here with us, wherever you're joining us from, at home or abroad, and abroad or abroad. Welcome to our broadcast officially. And a couple of things got our interest this morning. Number one, the Win Party, we told again, weighing their options after the Demara Bank levied a sanction on some of its top members yesterday, inviting them to come in and close their accounts so that they can have their accounts closed for them. And because the bank wants to be in compliance, I saw one reporting suggests they want to be in compliance with some international standards. As part of anti-money laundering and all these different things, they want to be in compliance with all of that. I think I saw some reporting out of Demwara Waves concerning this, that the bank had put out some information as well on this matter, stating, let me see if I get it right, that the Demwara Bank, the chief executive, one Mr. Parbu, said to Dem Waves, the decision was made to ensure the bank was in compliance with international financial sector rules, governing the relationship with sanctioned individuals. Right, the bank wants to be in compliance with international rules concerning sanctioned individuals. This Mr. Parbu, who I think is the CEO, says, I don't think it should be unclear. If they had read all the provisions of international compliance legislation and protocols dealing with an individual who was sanctioned by OFAC, this is the Office of Foreign Assets Control, this aspect of the U.S. State Department, then they should be very clear. If those who are interested, he says they can go and read that, and they will find the reason why Demwara Bank had to take such a decision to close the accounts of these members of the Wind Executive. Yep, so developing a story, of course, the Wind Party said last evening that all of this is politically motivated by the installed incumbent government. So they're sorting this out this morning, and I did see them say in a press conference last evening that they were contemplating and mulling legal actions as well. I think I saw the attorney at law, Darren Wade, says that he was happy to see them taking this matter to court, as all right, thinking Guyanese ought to be repulsed by the actions of the bank and also by extension the government, because there is wide view. There's a wide view that it's the government who is pulling the strings of Parbu. That's what they're telling us. Yeah. These are the times in which we live, folks. This is the political season. 2025. You all saw this in 2020. You all saw any of this in 2020. But this comes with the territory with the PPP. Chaos and confusion, degradation and decay. This is what comes with it. So the Win Party, no doubt, they are mulling and weighing and mulling their options. Yeah. That's what we got this morning. And no soon we finish with that, folks. We got some other things we're following as well. Got a couple other things we're following. How you all doing, Marlin? Marlin Lorimer, McGarrel Sivell, how you all doing this morning? These are the times, tempestuous times. I see we got Naomi on the live as well. Naomi said, Darren, better say this one out. Darren, you hearing, you listening? Naomi Drucker, she said, better say this one out. Claire Alexis Chomley, Richmond. Claire, I thought you on a cruise or something, man. Claire, you're on a cruise? How you watching? I thought you middle of the Mediterranean or someplace like that, some exotic location in the Caspian Sea. Good to have you, Jilly G and Tracy and Marcy Agard, Savage Tish. Good to have all of you on the live this morning. These are the issues we're confronting. This very topsy-turvy situation here, where them boys ain't given an inch, They're coming for a pound. They're not giving an inch. And these are the things we gotta. These are the issues we're looking at. The land scam, another one. The land scam, folks. Yet another issue we're looking at. It's interesting when you see them post their figures and so on, such and so forth. It's interesting how they operate, right? Very, very interesting how they operate. They post all the numbers and such and so forth. But it's a methodology. I've told you guys umpteen times that I've seen colleagues who said they got title. Folks, wait for it, right? They said they got title. They got this, they got that. But they never see the land. Never see the land. Because it's almost kind of, how you want to call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Y'all help me. It's brutal. What does government do? They carry a jumbotron now, and they're pointing. It's what's her name? It's Suzanne or it's Colin. They're pointing. So look, they land on the screen there. When you look, you see some nice cleared spot and so on. But it's just AI they use to mimic that. Oh, look, you'll plot here, your allocation. And then when you go, you see the thing for yourself. How many of you watching us are like that? When you go and see the bush and the jungle, all right? But you can't think them that they give out 5,000 house lots. Right? You can't knock them because it's on paper. But have people occupied? Can they occupy? If you don't have roads where you can take a little vine and swing like Tarzan, you don't have lighting, you don't have water. Here's the chase. Father have his mercies. It's jungle. Right? The amount of money they would spend, saw them in Kukwani. The amount of money that they would spend to carry a jumbotron, they could start clearing. They could start clearing the vegetation with that money. Right? You understand, Bantu King? Deborah, Marlon, Rita? I see y'all switch out from the red hearts. Politically sensitive, are we? Y'all switched out from the red heart. Jilly G right here. Is Bantu getting good morning? I'm fighting for my life here. Fighting for my voice. Was Bantu getting good morning? You see how some of y'all disrespectful? I sat for y'all this morning. Veronica Primo, how you doing? Red. It's green apple, green hearts. It's all green. Full green. Full green. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Wherever you're joining us from. So we got the sanctions. We got the scams. Jesus have mercy. One government, One government. You see, I brace myself for when them boys falling back. JDG say, I always say good morning to you for sure. I feel special. I feel special now. Thank you so much. JDG say, I always say good morning to you. Maybe I don't always see it. As one gets on in life, you don't, you miss a couple of things. As one advances, you see. As one advances, you miss a couple of things. Folks, I want to alert you all very early. I want to alert you very early that the New Amsterdam rally comes up on the 2nd. And Linden comes up on the 10th. I love me some New Amsterdam. Mahela Rocco come in. Mahela McCalman, fantastic young lady from Region 6 and in particular New Amsterdam. Beautiful young lady. Some of y'all, they're blind like a bat, Jesus have mercy. The Linden comes up on the 10th. Good morning, Darren Adams. Good morning, Lord Mayor Sharma Solomon. These are strong and hardworking folks there in 10, Region 6, Mahila and team, Region 10. They're on team. Good to have all of you join us this morning. You know, see, Mongolia says, happening for the win. I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there. Folks, how y'all doing this morning? I wish to God, I hope to God y'all are well. And those of you a little under the weather, like me, I'm feeling a little sluggish. You know what it means? I need a couple laps. I feel a little sluggish. Y'all understand your body? Right? Y'all understand your body? Some people say, oh, your eyes look a little thing. Little center, your eyes look a little brown. Your eyes look a little green. I know it's contact cigarette. Take little center your skin. You know? Friend and I, we were enumerating on the some of the things that come with age. And we like it. I feel a little sluggish. How are you folks doing, Hazel and the other folks on with us? Hazel and Veronica, Eva and Dexter. How are you folks doing? You got the sanctions, you got the land scam. Every day in this country is a different level of scandal. It's a different level of scandal altogether. Different. You know, that's how them boys operate. Prince Charles, Deborah Pearson, Glenford Gordon. Different every single day in this country. You know what we're following? What Priya's been saying about education. Now, pretty disrespectful and try pass the Granger government. But see if you don't push back on these things. People sometimes accept them. It's factual. You know, Priya said we never built any school between 2015 and 2020. And them boys didn't say nothing, so it gotta be what it is. But it ain't so. Look, yesterday we put out a story on this issue. I think this morning the guys put out a story as well, right? Good to have all of you. Right. Philomena, good to have you on the live this morning. Special good morning to Philomena. Haven't met her recently. Magnell, good morning to you too, and all the folks who are joining us. Listen, irrespective, right? Irrespective of which part of the political aisle you be, we got to deal in facts, man. We got to deal in facts. But Priya won't want to tell you that it was a Granger administration that reversed the decline in school dropouts, you know, where English language as a subject was heading, where mathematics as a subject was heading. You know, be honest. And that's the least we could do. Mathematics improved 11%, English 10%, school dropouts 58%. But I don't expect pretty good tooth behind for us. That's why you and I, Glenford and Tracy, Siobhan, we got toot we own horn when we get a chance to. We got to toot our own horn. There's so much work that we got to do. Gisela, Grace, and Miss Carter, Miss Chester, rather. We got to toot our own horn. So Priya comes out and she tells a bold lie. You know, and she gets some applause. She got some applause. But we have the onus. That's why we say it to you guys. Not because we want to seem popular or anything as silly as that. But because we want other folks to get the valid, credible information. We say to you, beautiful folks, share the life for us. Smash that emoji button that drives up the algorithm and says, look, Facebook, share this thing organically. So we got those things we're watching. I saw a recommendation that I threw It's lime juice in my eyes. You're trying to kill me or what? I think the light is a little too bright this morning. That's why if I'm squinting. It's true, the lights a little too bright. Who listening to me in this place here today? Walk with choose violence. So you're watching this. And the lies and misinformation. Right? They won't tell you that APNU constructed not only schools, modern schools, equipping classrooms with smart boards, IT labs. We built dormitories for hinterland students. We expanded technical education and special needs facilities. One of our ardent viewers from up in the East Coast called me yesterday. She said, y'all aren't talking about these things? The disabled want their benefits as well. They want the benefits as well. Thank you so much. Hold on a second for me. Thank you so much. Folks, the little tea come. Ask and it shall be given unto you. The little tea come. Thank you so much. I was about to fall. They ain't going to talk your story for you. They can tell us about how, as I said, the technical education and special needs improved, and a push for infrastructural development in the education sector not only improve outcomes, but also bridge the gap between coastland and hinterland education, which was the dream of then President David Granger. Same services available on the coast must be available to indigenous people. I hear a fun copy in there recently. The installed regime copying that recently. Them boys ain't got an original bone in the body, That's why y'all know. Right? Cherry Jeffrey, not an original bone in their bodies. And that's why you see all this rickety type business from them. Folks, we had a fantastic rally recently at Melanie on the East Coast. Ronald Daniels, he wasn't caming out. He delivered a very, very emotional presentation at Melanie on Sunday afternoon. A very, very emotional presentation. We want to share some of that with you. We got some other stuff to discuss on the other side. Take a look, folks, and take a listen.
National Unity took its campaign rally to Melanie Damishana East Coast Demerara on Sunday. Ronald Daniels, one of the candidates on the electoral list, was one of the speakers addressing the rally.
We must turn our energies in these circumstances, and we must prevail in these conditions, comrades. Tough times don't last. We have been tough people. We have been a resilient people. We have been a strong people. Every time they pushed us down, we have gotten up.
He said that he has placed the future of his children into the hands of APNU leader Aubrey Norton. He asked the people of Melanie Damishana to do the same.
We have been connecting with the people on a daily basis in the streets. We have been connecting with the people on a daily basis at their homes, in the market squares. We don't have to rent a fancy air-conditioned room for the people to come to us and wait for a turn to speak so that we can get a sense as to the struggles and the sufferings of the people. We come to meet you where you are struggling so we can witness firsthand the circumstances you are facing. When we commit to changing those circumstances with solutions which are offered and crafted by you, the people, because we are a people-centered party.
The reality is that the people are facing low wages and high cost of living, he said. He said that this is happening in an oil-rich economy.
Our people are complaining about unsafe communities. We have a number of persons from Mocha here. If it were not enough that their lands were snatched away, that they were bulldozed and thrown off of their lands, somebody just casually walked into their village a few days ago and gunned down one of the hard-working residents of Mocha.
Daniels said that communities are no longer safe. This wasn't the case during the tenure of the APNU administration, he said.
Our people are complaining about victimization by police officers. The young teacher who lost her life in Linden, she has been running to the station seeking protection. And you know what the family said the police told her? Just chose tail pee in the face.
There are also complaints about unfair competition in the villages. Not to be excluded are complaints about corruption, discrimination, and inequality.
We are committing to end poverty. Guyana is too rich for any one of us to be so poor. So we are committing to end poverty. We are going to ensure that each and every Guyanese who is committed to the growth and safety of our country enjoys the highest quality of life.
Peace and power. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. How are you guys doing on this, the 23rd day of July, 2025, as we look to September 1, 2025, and what it is going to be, no doubt, a historic elections, not only for who wins, and we know conclusively that we've already won these elections, right? It's just about in what fashion, folks. Calling it early, right? We know we got to wrestle these people. Nothing that they're doing suggests they can just give up. Just like that, just so easy. We're going to have all of you on the live this morning. This is perhaps the most my favorite program. To slow things down with you folks like Joan and Samantha and Isabella. And this is what you don't get to do when you do this on the road. You know, don't get to see you guys like this and to talk with you all. Eva, of course, you get some trenches in the mix and so on. But good to have all of you here. Nonetheless, we got over 1,300 persons, pushing on closer to 1,400 persons watching us this morning. How y'all doing, good folks? How y'all doing? We got 800 on Facebook, 500 on Facebook, 800 on our YouTube channel. We're thankful for that. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do that. Please and thank you. Do that for us. If you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, so that we can keep on keeping on, folks. We can keep moving forward. So that's one of the things, a couple of things we want to talk to you about this morning. What's happening with the WIN campaign and the banking situation there. What's happening in education, what's happening, folks, where land distribution allocation is concerned, because a lot of misinformation is being peddled out there. Folks, if you're waking up in the diaspora this morning, how you all doing? How is the weather where you guys are? I know some of you are coming home, heading to work. You're in between places, right? You're in a waiting place. You're in between places. How are you guys doing today? We hope that you guys are well. You're picking up on your reading. You're taking care of yourself. Some of us, we're always so busy taking care of others. We didn't take care of ourselves in a long time. That's why I was so happy to see Claire heading on our boat cruise and so on, living our best life now. Too many of us put off living that life now. Say, tomorrow, man, tomorrow I can do it better. You know, tomorrow. You better start now. We want to have you all around here for a long time, you see? For a long time. And before we wrap up, we're very cognizant of the time this morning. Before we wrap up, the other issue we want to raise with y'all is this bridge situation. This bridge situation, the other issue we want to raise with y'all. Sorry about that. The bridge situation. Oh my God. This is being reported on this morning by Starbuck News. I think we picked up on it as well. Thanks to Starbuck News. The new Demerara Harbor Bridge. But y'all know I've said it before. Y'all know I've said it before. If roads right on the corner falling apart, if roads in front by you falling apart, this bridge is cause for concern. Naturally, you know, the PPP have given contracts to people who have no business with a contract for road works, for bridges, for pump stations. You're calling name, I can whistle. Tweet. Prince Charles, Paulette, Miss Shortest, Derek, they're building the thing right outside by you. The thing fall into pieces. Imagine the structure that goes up. How much ever meters into the air? People concerned. And then coupled with that, they're telling us that they don't need to stress test the bridge, that they're testing the materials as they are building. Jesus. So they don't need to test the whole thing once it's finished. But brothers and sisters, what is really happening here is that the PP wants to use this bridge as a final showpiece August 30th, 31st, before we head to the polls on the 1st of September. That is what is happening here. And they don't mind if 3 or 4 y'all gotta fall in afterwards. Bridge open. And you have folks like Dr. Ulrich Schatz who've been pushing back, and saying that international, global, or rather global standards ought to be taken into consideration. The structural, the structural behavior of the entire bridge needs to be taken into consideration. Right? And here they're saying that if we skip this important phase of stress testing the bridge, it could pose a risk to public safety, right? Trucks pointed to the need to detect construction errors, foundation weakness, or unexpected vibrations before the bridge is open to the public. These are studied people. One Edgel said, no, we don't need a stress test. It's a no-brainer. Folks are watching this. Folks are watching it and saying, what the devil meant? What's going on here? And I told you guys before, if this were a lie, I would tell you that. I saw a guy who was supportive of the PPP. Very supportive. He said he and his wife and crossing it in a hurry. They're gonna wait and see y'all test it first. and then they're gonna follow. They're gonna wait. And the other part of that is equally important because I see it every single day. People complaining about the intersection on the Heroes Highway. Roundabouts are always backed up with traffic. And people are saying, Deborah, people are saying, if the bridge isn't open yet, and you got all of these challenges with this Hero Highway that's falling apart too. Clearly they didn't stress test the Heroes Highway. The whole thing crumbling like biscuit. Imagine when you throw 4 or 5 lanes of traffic out on that bridge. And you throw 4 or 5 lanes of traffic from the bridge onto Heroes Highway. Jesus of mercy. Mercy beaucoup. Imagine if you do that. Y'all see how we mix up on the show. Mercy, mercy. They want people. But you see, hear me out. Hear me out. If you are voting on issues, people don't go back. They'll be voted out. People always always say How upside down they are. They want to run on open land and say, oh, we're building a house here. You build the houses, you don't improve the roads, and you end up with a congested East Bank Road. You don't think the Hero Highway built for y'all? You better see who's throwing up the most buildings on Heroes Highway and see who'd really built for it. Y'all are just incidental to them giving access to the friends, the family, and the favorites. Incidental and accidental to that. People making the point. People making the point that when that bridge starts to throw more traffic on that road, you're going to see story. But them boys says a no-brainer. They don't need no studies and environmental impact and so on. It's a no-brainer. So that's the other problem that you're watching to. You go to the United States of America, the greatest democracy in the world, and you see how these people operate. Traffic and so on. You wonder how we so backward. How we so backward. Oh. So the whole stretch of it. Heroes Highway, you go on Region 3, the schooner to Crane, road falling apart, breaking up. Hazel Chase says, Share Tangana living in Georgetown. Oh, Hazel, you can throw that way. Tanga, we living in Georgetown. Hazel, you can left with there. Tanga, we living in Georgetown. But as we head to the polls, September 1, folks, these things should concern every Guyanese. Right? They should concern every single Guyanese. And as we wrap up, I want to challenge all of us. Talk to your kids about the consequence of this election and how consequential they are. Because we're not only going to be choosing folks at a central government level, but at a local government level as well. We are choosing leaders. And if you put back the same people who starving municipalities, NDCs, RDCs, because it's now controlled by them, starving them of funds. Past behavior is a good predictor of future. The same thing will happen. That's what I mean to say. The very same thing will happen. Nothing different. So talk to your relatives. You know, it don't make no sense. We're making a whole set of noise, but we ain't got the ID card. We ain't got a passport. We don't have a form of identification to vote. It makes no sense. You see, if you're not even on the list. You see. So all of this we're confronting. But I want you to bear in mind, the New Amsterdam rally comes up on the 2nd of August, and the Linden rally comes up on the 10th. I'm so excited to be in both places. In both places. I think there's a Region 3 rally that is planned as well. Don't have that date as yet. New Amsterdam on the 2nd, Linden on the 10th, good folks. We're watching it. We're watching it. We're going to continue to push at this end. As we always ask, if you could make a contribution to our broadcast, do so. We ain't bully nobody. We don't gun, but we don't fight a sword. Right? If you could help us, don't help us with that. Every heart, oh God, it's them again. That's why we see we. You're crying for we. That's going to do it for us. At this end, I'm very, very cognizant of the time this morning. That's going to do it for us at this end. That's the time for today, and that's our program. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, thank you. Thank you for all of you who show up and, you know, y'all make the difference on this program. Before I let you all go, let me make sure I'm doing all my housekeeping, right? Because I want a problem. I don't want a problem. So I'm trying to make sure I'm doing all my housekeeping matters. Good. All my housekeeping matters. The folks from Ithaca, Sharon and Kenneth, Diane and Colleen, Kim as well. Good to have all of you on the live this morning, folks. Make sure you're doing my housekeeping. We're going to see you guys in the next broadcast. Y'all take care of yourselves. Please and thank you. And let us stay focused and hold a focus. Stay focused and hold a focus. Take care of yourselves, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. That's our time and that's our program. Stay safe.